Look at this. The patch notes are up. Let me fix the aspect ratio though. Actually, I have an easier option for that. There we go. This is Trinot, and this is Keepers of the Flame patch notes, which we're going to read. We're going to do a read through. So let's start. Alright, content. Alright, here we go. Content update 3.27.0. Reach advance further to the outer world, establishing their ominous constructs across raid class. Stop their conquest. Aelith has found the Order of the Keepers of the Flame, harness the power of the flame from Aelith, and destroy the breach infestations once and for all. Upon entering the mudflats, this will be Rippy. You'll find it infested with breach monsters constructing some type of hive. Protect Aelith as she empowers the flame to purge him from the area. Hold off the assault long enough, and she'll be able to demolish the hive with cleansing flame. In some of the areas, the gap between worlds is strained. A massive breach hand sunders the space between dimensions. And touching it will open up an unstable breach, causing monsters to flood in. Slaughter them quickly enough to stabilize the breach. As you work more with Aelith, she will bring you to the Monastery of the Keepers, the hallowed halls of her order. You'll discover the growing heart of the Keeper's power, the Genesis Tree. We already know about that. Use the Genesis Tree to make stuff, or to birth stuff, to grow stuff, and make grafts. Born of the same flesh as soon as invading monsters, you can god drink the grafted these to your body to wield the power of the breach. And then there's this expansion thing, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. Alright. Here's the standard hardcore Zilla Self-Found variations, we all know that. Hardcore... Wait, what? The hardcore variation of Keepers are parented to their standard Keeper, and if you die in hardcore Keepers, you can... Oh, that's new. What? That's very different. Then hardcore Keepers continue on Standards Keeper. Maybe more instead of do hardcore leagues, honestly. What? The new Keepers Challenge League includes a set of 4 new challenges and 8 new challenges from Ruthless Keepers. Yep, we know that. 19th challenge. Every 3rd challenge reaching the totem pole. We know about the totem pole. Alright, new contents and features. New dex gem, Conflagration. Fire arrows in the air that rain down on the target area, so no locust mine option here. Dealing area damage on impact and leaving arrows stuck in the ground for a duration. Move close to the stuck arrow, it will explode, dealing AoE. Flying fire dot, as well as causing other stuck arrows in range to also explode. Now, is that only Conflagration that explodes, or any stuck arrow? I assume just Conflagration arrows, because Storm Rain has stuck arrows. They don't explode, so yeah, this is fair enough. This is the skill from Bandit Lord San or something, whatever his name is, in King's March. Dexterity skill gem Thunderstorm. Fire an arrow target location. Impact deals area damage, creates a thunderstorm, which blinds enemies within it. Ooh, blinding thunderstorm. Entering the thunderstorm will cause it to gain stages, and leaving again will cause it to dissipate. Leaving the storm while its maximum stage will cause it to explode, dealing damage triggering thunderburst. You must use the skill yourself. It can be used to attract mines or other objects that use skills for you. Okay. So that sounds jank, but maybe somebody can figure something out with it. Intelligence skill gem Schematic Shell. Fire initial projectile which applies kinetic barrier to enemies struck. This barrier will absorb incoming damage from hits up to a cap. On reaching this cap, the barrier will explode. Dealing damage in an area and release a projectile which will seek another nearby target. Projectiles created this way can themselves apply a somatic shell to targets hit. Interesting. So you can't kill the enemy, or I guess you can't. It's like you don't kill the enemy you hit up with, but then when you do it loads up and keeps doing it. That's a curious one. Kinetic Fusillade and Intrum. We saw this one. Hovering Kinetic Anomaly. Anomaly. I like how it's just capitalized there. After a short duration, the anomaly is flung at an enemy, causing explosion on impact, changing further targets. Attack again will reset the duration for all active anomalies. Multiple anomalies fired in sequence will attempt to target different enemies. Cannot be used with traps or mines. Womp womp. But with totems. Well, that would be jank with totems, but whatever. Kinetic Rain. Swing your wand to cause a number of projectiles to rain down within a large area in front of you. Directly targeting locations in the area. Locations where each projectile will be land are shown with markers before they fall. Each projectile explodes when hitting the ground, dealing area damage and triggering kinetic anomaly. Wait, so this is an anomaly. This is an anomaly. Are anomalies just the things that explode? Guess so. Oh wait. So Kinetic Fusillade also will activate Kinetic Anomaly. Or Kinetic Rain. Interesting. Intelligent Skeleton Wall of Force. Creates a wall of force which allies and enemies can pass through. Allied projectiles which chain will collide with the wall, chaining off it to nearby targets. Projectiles which collide with the wall of force cannot collide with any further walls of force. It says which can chain. Does that mean they do chain? I assume it does, yeah. Like they have to have at least one unit of chain. Still, that could be good with, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't work with KB, but there's some way this could bounce off decently. Add a new transfigured skill gem, connect Rain of Impact. Swing your wand to cause a number of projectiles to rain down within target area in front of you. What's the difference? Let's see, kinetic rain. Oh, this directly targets locations of enemies in the area, where this does the same thing. Projectile will land before they fall. Each projectile explodes. Wait, this one can be used with mines. Unless like it's just the same. Unless it's like just a typo. Oh, this one doesn't do the kinetic anomaly is the difference. Wind Burst support gem. Supports attack skills causing the trigger Wind Burst on hit. After you travel a certain distance. Not trigger supported skills or skills used by things other than you. Cannot modify the skills of minions, so no traps or mines or whatever. We haven't really seen what Wind Burst is, but whatever. I mean, we saw it in the video preview that's like tornadoes or whatever. Intelligence support gem, Living Lightning. Support skills which cause damaging hits cause them to trigger summon Living Lightning when dealing damage. Yeah, this is like Phantasms but lightning. Yeah, support skills used by totems, traps, or mines. Yeah, no traps or mines enjoyers right now. I guess, but that's fine. Add over 20 new uniques. We'll see what they are. 3 new wand base types. Blasting wand, connect wand, somatic wand. These all share the same implicit modifier, cannot roll caster modifiers. I imagine they must have good damage. That should be interesting. Add 6 new ring base types. Pharaonic, Enthalpic, Formless, Fugitive, Organic, and Synaptic Ring. Okay, I assume that's just the breach mechanic items. 5 new div cards. Introduce the Foulborn Orb of Augmentation, which augments a magic item with a new random modifier, with higher level modifiers being more likely. That's... Oh, so there's not just the Exalted, but augmentation. More likely. I wonder if that actually locks out older or lower level mods at all. But these are like the greater augment Regal Exalts from PoE2. Got the Regal Orb version, the Exalted Orb version, Augmentation Implant. Augments a magic graft. Oh, these are the graft crafters. Craft grafts. Unstable Implant. Oh, that's the Val version. Okay. Added asynchronous trade. When you reach Act 6, Faustus and Lion's Watch will access Super Free Merchants tabs. Yep. 3.27 update, you'll be access merchant tab upgrades. Under my account. Yep. So, I already have that for my current PoE2, but yeah. Faustus is now in your hideout once you've met him in either King's March or Lion's Watch, Act 6. The in-game trade interface has been added to Path of Exile. Works just like trade website fully in-game. Very nice. Press comma to use it. In each town, you're now able to find NPCs that offers to identify all items in inventory. We saw this. Typically the ones with officer caster jewelry items. Faustus has this option in Rogue Harbor. Rog offers it in King's March. This only offers the service after you reach Mervil's Caverns. You identify items. Oh, so there is still some reason for identifying skills early on. So this is basically hooded in one system. Identify items that don't require any scrolls of wisdoms. As a result, the drop rate scrolls of wisdom has been vastly reduced after Act 1. Womp, rip scrolls of wisdom. I mean, I guess it's important for them because they are currency, but... So, just go farm Act 1 when you need to do that, I guess. When specters die, they now transform into a floating orb specter. Cannot be targeted, cannot use skills. When you enter the area, the orb specter will automatically transfer back to the original specter. Orb specters can still be overridden when raising new specters. When holding right click and control click. So I guess you can just reload the air, like run there and back to make the specter come back too. It doesn't say entering a new area after all. While holding right click, control click, yeah, this is the... While holding right click, control click, while doing so with shift also held, they'll be open on the ground. Or stashed up at their end. Yeah, that's the mass stack tech. That's super nice. Battle orbs can be used on monsters trapped in essences. When functions run with corruption did previously, realms of corruptions are basically just existing realms of corruption will be converted to battle orbs. Oh, okay. So they're not just going to be legacy items. That's sad. RIP legacy currency. Not that it makes a difference. Added 5 new stashed out affinities for incubators. Screenboards, ritual items, sanctum tomes of research, and settlers items. Oh, that's actually really nice. Add a new stat tab in the fragment section for betrayal fragments, which houses the Syndicate Battalion to all flame members. Oh, that's good. You're now able to fully refund your passage with one click for a gold cost. Refunding Atlas points can be done with gold. Refund Atlas tree. Added Apple support. Yay. New League mechanics are a thing. How dare you, Amarillo? I'm going to time you out for that. For like 1 second. Which... Actually, I'm not going to because I don't have I don't have the mod icons showing. I forgot how to ban you, so you're fine. Or timeout, sorry, I wouldn't ban. That'd be rude. Alright, Bloodlines. Added Bloodline classes to... Oh yeah. So, but guess what? I already read the new league mechanics. You spoiled what was already not spoiled. Ha 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 ha. Now we have the core mechanics, though. Added Bloodline class to the base game with the new means of character customizations to endgame. This is... Now we're on to core mechanics. The gasp. These are secondary sensitive classes that can be unlocked by character basis by defeating specific endgame bosses. Can be paired with the sensitive classes or associated with their normal sensitive passives points. You decide on how many points you can allocate an originally sensitive class, how many to allocate. There are 10 Bloodline class. Can you only do one Bloodline class? I assume so. Yeah. 10 Bloodline classes discovered. To unlock your Bloodline, hunt down the endgame boss, whose power you desire, defeat them, and claim their power for yourself. Bloodlines is one of the cool mechanics, right? Nope. This is core mechanics, which is cool. But not League. There is Bloodline. This is a new thing. This is a new overlapping different thing. Bloodlines is the one where the magic monsters add special names, and that's not in the game anymore, technically. Bloodlines in this case are pseudo-ascendancy things. Ascendancy they had a bit ago. This is different, apparently. For one, it's not a second ascendancy, and it's not Freesia League. It's like you can have this ascendancy paired with your main ascendancy, and you can, but you only get but you don't get extra points. So you can pick and choose which points to put where. So it's like a pairing ascendancy thing. There's 10 of them. You kill an in-game. It's different. The preview page has a little bit of it somewhere. Like, yeah, Bloodline ascendancies. Like if you kill Oshabi, you can get like 20 max rage on losing all max rage. Lose all rage when you gain adrenaline when you gain max rage. For 1 second for 10 rage lost this way, or something like that. No, 2 rage on attack hit. That's a good normal thing. So like, and this gives unleash spells, and this gives elusive. And stealth is something. Bird alert. Anyways, in-game changes. Introduce the lonely, reverent, and traumatic fragments, which can be used to access the new Uber versions of the moment of loneliness, reverence, and moment of trauma, respectively. These new fragments can be obtained from Tier 17 map bosses. Total amount of Uber fragments dropped from these bosses have been increased, such that the amount of the old Uber fragments you are getting remains unchanged. The feared main invitation now requires Cyrus in the Incarnation of Dread to be witnessed, as well as Chula in it. Oh no. Also, how do you get Chula witnessed? Oh no. Oh, instead of Chula and Atziri. Wait, is Atziri gone? The Maven Invitation of the Hidden is replaced with the Remembered. Requiring witness the Courtyard of Wasting, Chambers of Impurity, and Theater of Lies. Oh. There's only 3 of them, though, but that's okay. Cyrus and Dread and the Fear is going to be very interesting. Tier 17 map fires now grant item rarity, item quantity, pack size value similar to red map modifiers, except in cases where the... Oh, well, rip the nerfs, I guess. So in cases where item rarity, item quantity, pack size has been significantly augmented to be higher. Tier 17 maps can now sometimes be corrupted to have 8 modifiers. Oh, okay, so now they still could be good, though. Edifice, Scarab, now alone causes abysses in area to spawn hordes. They travel instead now causes abyss pits in areas that do not lead to abysses that spawn abyssal trove that will spawn minor Stygian spires. Okay, so it's less of the picking up along the way stuff that people were complaining about. Additional bosses from Blightscare Blooming will spawn extra monsters in their way. Womp womp. Cartography Sierra River now has a limit of 1, previously 5. So that's been gutted. Because this is just way too powerful. I think it'll still be used. Like, basically, you'll always want to risk if you can, but now you don't just spam it as a strat. Polymap's been added back, Polymap's been removed. I don't even know if I care to read this, because these are just going to be the maps I run no matter what, right? Are any good maps gone? I like Coral Ruins, but outside of that, not much. Rip Sunken City Farm. Oh, Mud Geyser's back. I haven't seen that one in a while. Alright, map tiers and locations have been shuffled. Yep. Some map bosses you required to defeat to upgrade a Pantheon have changed. Yep. Crafting recipes have been shuffled, obviously. Okay. So actually not much in-game changes. Though the Feared's going to be spicy. That means a Maven Witness Cyrus, which is utterly terrifying. Atlas passive tree changes, and the Keeper Flame League. Well, with Cyrus, yeah, it's true. Spicy meatballs. I guess Exarch was the meatball boss, so I guess not. One wonders. And the Keeper Flame League, breach cluster removed. Beyond cluster been moved from the left side tree to the right side. Straight and narrow has been reinstated with Keepers. Has been reinstated in Atlas passive tree for Keeper's Flame Leagues. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, no beyond, I guess. Oh, this is only in the Keeper of the Flame League, I guess. Or maybe not. The Guarded Horde's notable passive. No grants full tax soul fight means just have 5% chance to take double soul fight. Sad. Mining Bright. Wait, what was that before, anyways? Mining byproducts, notable. 15% chance to gain double soul fight. Oh, so you can't get the Azurite farm anymore. Delve. You have to delve for Azurite. Rip that strat. Small passives, and which is fine. I like delve. It means more delve. Small passive melting modifiers cluster now grant 5% increase for monster maps, previously 3% increase. Explicit. Oh, they're nerfing the explicit mod strats. Small passes of base outer state cluster now grant 1% increase map pack size. So yeah, explicit mods on maps is becoming magic and rare monsters. Melting modifiers could be okay. Explicit mods is one of the best ways to scale stats, but also just bricked builds, so I'm okay with that. I forget what invasive adversaries did. 4 small passes of the interior of the Atlas tree now grant 2% rarity instead of. Oh, that's good. I missed. That means I don't have to do the explicit mod thing. Oh, they nerfed the rarity, but still kept the quantity of small passives. That's in the very inner wheel of the Atlas passive tree. I guess I could look at that right now, now that I think about it. I secretly have PoE in the background. Let me see. Invasive. That's a beyond thing, right? Be a beyond node, which is on the left side of the tree. Adver. What does beyond even look like? I am totally lost here. Oh, it's these. Oh no, it's up here, I want to say. Visual perfection. So this is the stuff that's getting nerfed a little bit. I don't know where Invasive Adversaries is. Oh well. Let's just look up the patch note later. Invasive Adversaries cluster. Oh, did I misspell? No, I didn't. Oh, I see where it is. Yeah, and all of the explicit modifier effects are just like replaced by that. Okay. That's just a typo. But yeah, anything that gives explicit modifiers is basically going to be... That pack size is not bad, though. Right, League changes. Breach League uniques are no longer upgraded from Breach Blessings. Blessings now only upgrade Breach Stones. Breach is no longer reward outcome from other content. Offline Matter of Kilomek is unable to substitute it that fled in Curious Flame Leagues. Although I wonder what how It That Fled's going to relate to this. Baldo's puzzle box cannot produce outcomes containing breaches or breach lords during the Keepers of the Flame League. Highest, which briefly could spawn breach reward rooms, now spawn gold reward rooms, which drops a sizable amount of gold. Oh, that's actually really good. That makes heist actually worthwhile. Pre-existing breach reward rooms on blueprints will be converted to gold rooms. All breach will be unobtainable. Womp womp. I like Foul Breach, but yeah, I never use it. Maybe I should actually try to corrupt some. Rogues and Rogue Harbor now start max level jobs are proficient in. We know about that QL. Orphan gems now be found as reward from gem side chests and heists. Oh, just actual gem side chests. That's not actually even like a blueprint reward. That's actually super good then. Opening a blight chest now opens all of the blight chests to 1.5 meters. Characters now required to have entered Highgate and Act 9 in order to open safe houses at Jun or enter safe house portals at the map device. Fair enough. Syndicate medallions are more common from high-level betrayal safe houses. Very nice. You're now less likely to get high-rarity divination cards from chests and betrayal transportation safe houses with Grivisius. Womp womp. That's kind of... I don't know. Why did they do that? That was such a good farm. That was like a reason to... whatever. Harvest Reforged crafts guarantee a certain modifier types to Reforged rare item with random modifiers, including light modifier. Now respect modifier assignment with strict modifier types, so it just cannot roll attack mods. That's probably a nerf, but also probably a buff in some ways. Like, I bet you could actually, I bet that's like a nerf to a certain strat, but actually probably a buff in some other ways. When rerolling recruits at Ralph and King's March workers' expertise in mapping, disenchanting, and farming have less chance to have expertise in other job types. That's actually really nice, because they're super expensive when they get those extra types. The reroll with high quality recruits option now costs 16,000 gold rather than previously 20,000. That's nice. Abandoning a commandeered shipment in Kingsmarch now warns you about the loss of crew members. Rogue Exiles drop fewer regular items. This does not affect their bonus additional drops of equipment items from each item slot. Sure. Okay, that's just a nerf. Giant Rogue Exiles are revived rituals as regular Rogue Exiles. That's a nerf to the farm from last league that was super popular at league start. Okay, so they're nerfing Rogue Exiles. Nerfing a lot of farm strats, basically. You're no longer required to purchase bestiary orbs to itemize beasts. Well, Menagerie, you can now itemize beasts from the bestiary UI. Very nice. As such, bestiary orbs can no longer purchase from iHeart, and existing bestiary orbs will be deleted from logging in. Empty ones. Okay. As long as the regular ones aren't deleted, because I like my filled ones. The voices and whispers during delirium encounters are now considered ambient sound volume rather than sound effects. That's good. Drowning orbs are no longer drown the player faster. They have sources debuff, so they expire 100% faster. Oh, that's a really nice one. Spell suppression now prevents 40% of damage from spell suppressed elements as previously 50, so that's just a random weird nerf. Minion attacks now inherently always hit. Yay, minions! Removed all sorts of minion accuracy from the game, although existing minion accuracy is unchanged. These modifiers will now do nothing. So minions just have guaranteed hit now. That's nice. Makes attack minions better. This is just a weird one. Like, yeah, you just take 10% increased damage now. Suppress, but like, doesn't fix the problem of suppression. It's just weird. It's still probably worth though. Like, it's not like you're not going to take spell suppression. Source specified other rings have been changed to clarify they work with the opposite ring instead. Okay. Because of the third ring slot thing. Skilldom changes. Chain Hook got buffed. Of Charthus, that is. 8 targets up to 16 and deals more damage. Cyclone just does more damage. Bladefall now has space critical strike chance, more crit. Impaling even more. Charthus more. Wait, Charthus is buffed? Damn. Okay. Bladefall might be fun. Bladefall of Volleys. So they all crit more. Blast Rain. Larger AoE. More damage. Blink Arrow, Prismatic Clones. Got nerfed. Bombarding Clones. Any duration is 5 seconds. Oh god, they really gutted that. It's like way less damage. Same with Bombarding Clones. Bone Shatter got buffed? Really? Does damage to trauma deals deal back to you? But that's... Bone Shatter was good. What the hell? Okay, sure. Not gonna complain. Though it's the transfigured version that's better, right? Notification now, a white gemstone detonate mines no longer has any attribute requirements. That's good. Dark Pact. Because it was already a level 1. Now a space crit chance of 7. Now sacrifices more skeleton life, deal that much chaos damage. That's actually decent too. Dark Pact of Charthus, similar deal. Elemental Hit. Is Elemental Hit going to be meta? Super fast, cheaper mana. I don't know. Isn't the Elemental Hit Transfigure version good? They nerfed Explosive Concoction. I'm going to call it now before I look at it. Oh yeah, they definitely did. By like 30% or so, 50% even. Now deals... Wait, deals way less added fire damage. Deals... actually more cold damage if charges were consumed. I see what they did. Does more... So it does less base damage, which is what people were using it for, and just does more damage on consumption of the charges like it should. So probably a similar deal with yeah. Similar deal with the destruction format. Exsanguinate does more dot damage. Okay. Exsanguinate transmission. Yeah. People were using it for the hit-based version. So it does more dot. Flames of Judgment granted by a series rule is better. Oh, it doesn't ignite guarantee though, but now penetrates 50% fire res, which is super good. You could no, it is better. It has guaranteed ignite. That could be really good. Hex Blast does more damage, but it can't be used with mines. Alright, so they buffed Hex Blast to do more damage. I think it has a cooldown though, or something to stop it from being like spammable. And they nerfed the merit. Basically, Bomb is completely nerfed. Not only dealing less damage, but lasting less time. I bet you could still make it work. It's just, that's an incredible nerf. Econk is less damage, but more if you actually consume it. Yeah, it's the same as Econk. Use the charges, in other words. Place power cost mines and only have an aura that adds fire damage. They instead now apply an aura that inflicts fire exposure. Effective exposure skills with effective auras, but multiple place mines do not cause exposure effect to be higher. Rip that strat. That was a group play strat that was super good. One of the best scaling damage mines. Fire class mine now deals more damage at all gem levels. Fires additional projectile for every 3 prior mines detonation sequence, previously 4. Some more damage. Less effectiveness with blast chain. Does more damage and fire exposure applies minus 15 fire rates. I kind of want to try that out of spite. Sabotage. The additional proj reductions kind of sucks, but honestly, it's kind of doing about as much damage. More like, I think this is just a performance thing where they lowered the damage, they increased the damage or lowered the projectiles just so you fire less. Though the less added fire damage taken from enemies is a nerf too, so it probably, well, no, effectiveness of added damage is good. It probably is still about the same. In terms of like using it as a skill, it's just not a support skill anymore. Reap. Buffed. Neat. Shield Crush of the Chieftain. Cheaper mana cost. Ah, it just wasn't mentioned. Siege Ballistic Charthus, more damage, Spectral Helix. More damage. Wasn't it actually? Probably now provides Spectral Pierce, more damage. Interesting. Spectral Helix of Charthus. Similar deal. Spectral Throw. Okay, so all the Charthan gems got buffed, essentially. Stormcall does more damage. Stormcall of Judgment. The Storm of Judgment is the series rule. Similar deal to the Flame of Judgment. Yeah, basically got buffed. Storm Rain of the Fence. Fires faster. Oh, even more spam. Lovely. Storm Rain of the Conduit. That's terrifying. Like it wasn't doing spam enough. Sunder. Wave can now restart up to 3 times, previously 2. That's good. And Shaft Stinker Steve got to 28,450. Good job, Shaft Stinker Steve. Warb. Now fires projectiles every 1.2. Now has less frequency. Well, while channeling. So it fires faster, but channels less. Interesting. Voltile Dead got buffed. Curious. Seething. ED of Seething got buffed too. Is Corpse Explode back on the menu? Voltile Confinement. Wider Radius. Volcanic Fissure Snaking. No longer has 50% more AoE, and Fisher's not allowed to target enemies hit by the explosion. Previous Fisher in the chain. So it's dead. I don't like the AoE is nice, but not targeting enemies is the main reason. The auto target's the reason you use it, so just other slams instead. Full text Earth Shatter probably. Earth Shatter didn't get nerfed, right? No, it did not. Full Toxic Burst. This buff. Vortex of Protection. Now enable explode frostballs explode from other casts of Vortex. Now unable to explode from frostballs to explode from other casts. Oh, so you have to spam more frostbolts, in other words. So that's that's the final nail in the coffin to that build. 1 second. Gotta scooch up. My lower back's hurting for some reason. Bell Cyclone now deals 20% more damage at all levels. Unless you slept on it poorly. Anyways. Bell Reap, so Bell Spectral Throw. It's all the stuff that was Val before, or that was their respective abilities that got buffed, got their Val versions buffed. Support gem changes. We can Hex Touch. Less instead of reduce, that's interesting. I don't know if that's a buff or nerf, I don't mess with that skill. Corrupting Cry. Build your way to craft the stupid amulets. Okay. I'm not there yet, so shush. Unless you're talking about the... Is that the Harvest Craft thing? Which I would believe that then. Yeah, I was like, how are they nerfing that? How is that going to be a nerf? Some bug fixes? Lol. I would have skipped that, but yeah. Standard only? Oh, okay. Energy Leech. No longer has support skills, do more damage while leeching. I'll deal. Oh, that's kind of obnoxious. Hex Touch, less duration. There's like 10 people who know of it. Oh, they finally caught you. That's funny. Sorry to hear, I guess, but I think XD is the proper response, yeah. Rupture support. I'll suck up to 4 times. Sadism. Feel faster. So that got buffed. Spellslingers got buffed. Interesting. Okay, so they knew, they just didn't bother fixing it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it just takes them forever to get things like that done, I guess. Which checks out with grinding gear. Balance passes, frankly. Alright, I just didn't see. Uh-oh. Oh wait, no. Chieftains didn't get nerfed. Oh, the explosion's fine. 90 jewels cost small. Okay, previously plus. Wait, no, that's buff. Oh, curious. Champion. I know Assassin's got a rework. Worthy causes. That's fun, I guess. Alright, I know Assassin got completely reworked, so let's read. Oh, Trickster has a bunch of stats too. We'll read that in a second. Deadly Infusion, Ambush, and Assassinate, Noxrite have been all removed. Oh my. Mistwalker, 100% elusive, that's a buff. Unstable Infusion. Now grants power charge on non-crit higher. And, okay. Yeah. It's just more power charges. Toxic delivery. I mean, it's 5 tricks party, I believe it. Yeah. Again, no spoilers ahead of what I'm reading, though. 1% more damage. No longer grants. Let's see. Is this the always poison? No, this is the one before it. New nibble infused toxins. All damage comes hit skin poison. I saw this, but it now grants. Let's see. 100% damage on poison crits got nerfed, but 5% poison duration for each point inflicted recently and recover life. That's pretty good. A new nibble called Assassination Cell, which chooses one of the following two. Knife in the dark for the jugular. Knife in the back, sorry. Good chance enemies are not on low life. Okay. That's the one from before in crits have cooling strike for the jugular. Oh, it's like a vice versa thing. Crit chance on low life enemies or crit chance on not low life enemies. And both have cooling strike. Curious. You could probably do something with that. I feel like you want for the jugular between the two, but whatever. Opportunistic, unable behind Assassination Cell, less damage taken while there are 2 rare uniques. Nearby. Okay, that's probably okay. 35% less damage taken. Still probably good. Unstable infusion. I mean, still probably good compared to what it was, or bad compared to what it was. Unstable infusion, notable death mark, assassin's mark, level 30. On attack, critical strike and rare unique enemy. If you have no marked enemy, marked skills cost some mana, and marked enemies cannot evade attacks. That's not bad. I mean, having to use assassin's mark is kind of sad, but you just get an extra mark or something, and not to mention, like, no mana and stuff doesn't matter anyways. Following Unstable Infusion is, so again with Unstable Infusion is base spell critical strike stance of spells is equal to that of main hand weapon. That's actually really good. Shadow Blood, 4% of physical damage taken recoup this life and unaffected by damaging the elements. That's not bad either. That's just Corrupting Blood immunity right there. Well, Corrupting Blood's not an ailment, I think. Level 30 Assassin Mark? No, it isn't. Like, just, yeah, that's good crit damage right there. And they can't evade, which doesn't matter. Though I guess that could be good for group. Since. Not really, because it's only one target, never mind. Still, not bad. Honestly, I think the rework's going to be pretty good, if only for the all damage can poison. There's going to be shenanigans with Assassin. It's at least shenanigans tier right now. Trickster, let's see. Heartstopper. Now grants every 10 seconds, take 50% damage for 5 seconds. So they buffed Heartstopper, so nobody's going to take it because of conditional, but that's okay. Soul Drinker. No longer grants attack and cast speed while leeching, but still has overleech, so whatever. Spellbreaker. No longer has. Oh, the spell suppression is going to be harder for Spellbreaker, but still does plus 15% spell damage prevention, which is even more important now because spell suppression got nerfed. And one step ahead. So they nerfed enemy speed, and they nerfed the one step ahead. I mean, it's still good. You still would take it for like the maps where you have petrification statues or any like it's just a chore, but you still would take it over like on any action speed lowering content. It's still like worth it. Doesn't negate what you use it for. Saboteur, Light Clockwork, or CDR. Okay, that's nice. Light Clockwork's nice. And Legion Primordial got nerfed. Yeah, still immunity to all crowd control, exactly. Like, just because you're not going faster doesn't mean you're still not using it. Yeah, the Legion nerf is whatever, it's still good. It's still, like, you still would want to use Elementalist for this. It's not great. Yeah, it's not like the best backed thing then, suddenly. Necromancer, and yeah, Leech, I feel like Elementalist falls off anyways. Corpse Impact. 4% attack and capacity for each corpse consumed, previously 2. Okay, I never used Corpse Pack, so I guess that's probably worth doing, or probably worth buffing then. Even when I played Necromancer, I don't know. That's kind of neat. Pathfinder, what did they do to Pathfinder? Double, now grants us non-challenge skills. Last charge consume, pin, damage less to choose. So is it me or does Pathfinder get buffed here? Yeah, it's true. It's more just like a campaign nerf at that point. It looks like Pathfinder got buffed unless like they replaced something here that I forgot about. Warden, lessen the seasons, prevents more spell damage. That's nice. Bark Skin no longer has a mana reservation. That actually might make it usable. Worst buff to worst. Yeah, gotcha. Bark Skin might be nice now that it has no mana reservation because that stopped from ever being good. Passive tree changes, remove accuracy mastery. That, yeah, because the minions always hit now. Same with that one. Brave Pact. Now grants chaos resistance instead of minion accuracy. Unique item changes. Ash color. It's now a goat's horn based type. That, I guess, makes sense. It's now nice to Deadeye, hell yeah. Eclipse Solaris. It's now found in the Fawn Horn. Oh, I guess because carved wand and grave wand. Are they getting rid of the spell percent wands entirely? Because I know they're replacing this map. They have the cannot roll caster modifier wands, but this makes it sound like they're getting rid of the regular wands. Solaris. Oh god, did they actually buff uniques? Well, I'll read what Whisper's Infinity is last, but savor the spoil. Let's see. Curious. So Eclipse Solaris has like light radius damage stacking now. Curious. Glorious Badless. Every 2 seconds debuff instead of 1. Okay. Unicor's Sight suppresses more. Midnight Bargain. It's now found on Calling Wand. Which actually makes sense, because it's a minion damage wand. Moon Sorrow is now found on the damage wand. Makes sense. Or the attack wand, rather. Nebulous. Now grants 5 to 10 per one. So Nebulous got nerfed? Is that what I'm reading? Oh, but it's elemental damage though. So it's like maybe not nerfed. And now grants magnitude of implicit modifiers. So maybe actually good. Not a nerf, that's a murder. Okay. Yeah, I guess because you would only focus on cold or lightning. Oh, per fire lightning or cold, not end cold. Never mind, that's a murder. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge nerf then. Like 20 to 10, yeah. 20% per one versus 10% per one. You do some weird shenanigans with it, I bet, though. Increased magnitude of implicit modifiers. That's curious. There's some kind of advantage this will give somewhere, somehow. Yeah, that's a nerf. That's like totem level of nerf. Not sure why that's even bothered, but whatever. Obliteration, Omen, fair enough. Replica Midnight Bargain, yep. Replica Nebulous. Got nerfed in the similar way. Basically. Got nerfed in reverse. Give me that magnitude modifier is 500%. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like synthesis implicits are just like. There's always some weird shit with synthesis implicits that somebody might find like a weird thing that'll get bug fixed in the patch notes later or something. Like not like a damage increase implicit, but like a some weird situational implicit. But I don't mess with synthesis implicits enough, so yeah. Does bluff explodey? See, there you go. Replica Twizzle just has more damage now. Nice. Piscators, yep. Attack base makes sense. Boat's Pin, attack base, curious. I'm not sure I agree with that, but whatever. Twizzle. Interesting. Sakagen so far. Oh, that's sad. Then it stops from being like. That's fire one. Oh, wait. No, that's okay then. It's still. Now it gives. Actually, though, that's better then. Though you can't dual wield Twizzle. Though you could just have one. Though you could just have like a Twizzle with 2 extra proj and you're fine. Oh yeah, Twizzle got buffed. Voice spawned. I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's not really useful, but interesting. Yin be more, yeah. It's just like a serviceable leveling wand. You would use other stuff, but still. Void spawn, server decay, do more damage. Cool. Twice as much. Line of the Prophet. House plays, granting still about 60 seconds. Whispers of. Wait, what? Okay, what did they do to Soul Sacrifice? There's no way they're leaving Frost away. I just realized that they haven't done anything with Coiling Whispers or Whispers of Infinity here. Except, Accessing Items can be made worse with Divine Order, but like. That's not the problem with Whispers of Infinity. It's a huge nerf, sure, but like. Okay. Essence of Fear, yep. Damage to helmets of accuracy. Runegraft of Recompense. I'm curious what they did to Whispers to break the Frost build. If they didn't break Frost, I'm actually going to be impressed. Oh, grants 10%. Grants. Okay. Now grants fire most skills, chain +1 time, projectiles, fork. Interesting. Curious. I wonder why they did that. That's like we found a build that really was ruining the game with this, so we changed it. Balance change. It was OP? Okay. Redeemer amulets. Now prevent more spell suppress. You can no longer tame rings and delve the curse skills. Okay, okay. So that's how they got rid of the that's the way they changed the frost setup. Oh, that's funny. Powerful one, grave one, bead one. Yep, no longer be attained. Yep. Accumulator, assembler, and congregator wands. More crit, less crit base. Okay, sure. Less crit for those. Coil wand. Oh, less crit chance. That might make the. So they nerf the wand crit. The crit's the way you scale wands, so that's ouch. You're gonna have to scale crit chance more, which I guess makes Assassin slightly more appealing in that regard. Damn. Alright, so crit nerfs across the board for wands. Crit buffs. Daggers across the board. Okay, fair enough. Daggers weren't getting love anyways, so... Yeah, it seems like they're doing it. I think wands are still going to be good and used. Yeah, attack wands being craftable. Yep. So yeah. Basically a 0.5% crit increase for every single type of dagger. Modifiers increase your can no roll. The system will not be removed. They just aren't very useful anymore. Well, wait, did they say added incremental art changes at all anywhere? That should be like up top, shouldn't it? Yep, continue to incrementally improve sound artifact environments. That's very important because they forgot it last time. Spell runs means absolute shit show. Yeah, it's interesting that they're like not separating them. Though to be fair, the problem with like can't roll caster modifiers is getting the modifiers to increase spell damage to apply. Like I think that's maybe the one reason why they haven't gotten rid of separated them entirely. What do I know though? Let's see, Ruthless Pacific. Cool, not gonna care about it. Monster changes. Refactor to monsters with physical damage converted to LE scale. In general, they have far less effect on high-level monsters. Okay, so that's nice, because they were... Does this mean that stacking is dead? Yep. Well... No, it's just you have to craft spell wands with attack wands still. Depending on how... Well, no, they got rid of the imbued wands, I guess, but... Yeah... I guess you would just be using Omen wands or something for that, or Prophecy wands, right? Yeah, exactly. So you'd have to still do int stacking on spell wands, so the price of those are still going to be atrocious. They got rid of the high APS wands, yep. Yep. Have fun. Let's see. Incarnation of Dread, Fear, and that generally resulting less life, more damage, or debuff potency. That's good, because these fights were really tanky but did no damage originally, so them being the other way around would be more interesting. Detonation speed of Voltal cores, no longer skill with attacker cast speed addition. Ability from some sources to ignore a block. Voltal cores. Oh, Voltal cores will actually be a map model I'll actually think about running on Year 17 suddenly. Malachi the Nightmare should reliably move the invulnerable visuals of life bar. Oh, that's fine. That was kind of annoying to see, so I'm glad they got changed that. Your visual and audio and on-death effects of vibrant gargoyles. I don't remember what those even are. So good. Alright. Abyss is cheap. But less abysses. Ambush is cheap, is more. But more. Anarchy is cheaper, but less rogues. Oh yeah, they've nerfed the rogue exiles though. Yeah, a lot of the in-game farm strats got gutted, but whatever. There's always ways around it. Yeah, Abyss kind of dead, rogue exile rituals, womp womp. Ice is cheaper, nice. Donation more expensive but more shrines, fun. No more breach stuff, obviously. All but not that interesting. True. There wasn't the thing to have like breach and Alva or something, or Alva Beyond. Be the wasn't it Alva Beyond was the combo, and they changed and they swapped the tree sides for it. So like speccing into Alva and Beyond is going to be more of a pain now. At least that's what people were saying. Yeah, I mean tree spec isn't too hard, so we'll see what they do. Who knows? Maybe in the next week they'll got it. Yeah, I actually never did the strat, so I wouldn't know. Oh, Risk got kind of killed a little bit too. And yep, all of these. Yep, we got these quest rewards and stuff that don't matter. Well, they might. Which Shadow Scion? So that would be a Witcher, Shadow, or Scion. I'm gonna do the wand stuff then. Probably Shadow, honestly. Where's the Windburst? Wilson Ranger. So either Wind. So I honestly kind of want to do Wand. But Bow actually seems something to do with Windburst. But honestly, doing a Wand Shadow build could be curious. Probably a terrible idea though, so I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm not going to think about it too hard. Alright, user interface changes. Oh, prevent gameplay from pausing. Hello, speedrunners, you're back on the menu. I have Winter getting killed. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a minute, what? Wait, I have Winter or Winter? Why would I have Winter get nerfed? Probably will. I believe it though. I haven't seen it being used too much, but I bet it was like sitting in the background. And I bet it'll work really well with one of these somewhere. Oh, the Wall of Force, yeah. You're right, you're right. It depends on what they mean by can change. I assume that just means if it's chainable at all with the chain support, then yeah, it's gonna brick. It's gonna be disgusting. Excuse me. I have Winter Dead. Even then, I have Winter Dead. I would be hilarious. Orb of Alteration, we already knew about that. Indicate for current thermatic dust, 3 Combinator. Oh, that's good. Multiple gems are being able to level up. All at once. There's still a level up lock that they showed though, that makes me sad. Access this enchanting window from Rocking Town. Icons, maps, and QX UI represent the objective of each mission. Saw that. Skill gems. Oh, here we go. Reset someone you trade. Okay. You order the list of currency item types to the item node editor. What? What's that even mean? Item node editor. You know what? I'm just gonna take that. Oh, probably like the price setter or whatever. First UI has been changed to a slider. Oh, that's nice. Portal access option. Good for controllers, I guess. Side versus for bosses and playing controllers, sure. Improve the management of cache files, console to avoid running out of temporary storage space. That's good. Or consoles. Alright. That's a good fix for Reaper, Lightning Res. Still roll on weapons. Is that the bug? Oh, this one. Or something, I assume. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the simplex one. Okay. 20% increase armor. Oh, damn. Well, doesn't matter. I still... Retaliation's still a retaliation, which is, i.e., it's fine. It's not bad, it's just fine. Scold's Bridle. Oh, okay. So where's the actual nerfs? Ah, gotcha. Excellent Catala. Skill. Oh, that's the silly issue there. That's the General's Cry bit, I bet. So that's nerfed. Dinner time. Energy from within. There should be a Whispers of Infinity one. I'm gonna look for that. Whisper. Nope. Wait, they didn't fix the life cost bug. Oh wait, no, I didn't look entirely there. Oh wow, they didn't change to get rid of that bug. Okay, sure. I hope they do, because I mean, as much as that nerfs some builds, that's also like an actual bug. But maybe that's just me. Are any bugs here important to read? I think I had this happen one time. Pure use, like character doesn't reclaim. Yep. Not really a bug. Oh, I guess it can stay then. It just seems like a... Some parts of it seem very buggy, but whatever. It's gonna be Omni Ashes again. I believe it. I don't see anything here important. Oh, I fixed the Incarnation of Dread thing. That's nice. Oh yeah, it's probably going to be a huge nerf to drop rate, or it's going to be like an Uber drop change. But you know what? It was powerful anyways, yeah. I believe it though that it'll probably be an Uber drop or something from Incarnation of Dread. Which, well, whatever. At least it's still in the game, is still playable in the way it is. Coiling Whispers is. Yeah, Coiling Whisper is not getting changed. That's definitely going to be like a swap to an Uber drop as well thing, and has a super low rate because that breaks it. Yeah, Coiling Whisper's the later thing is. There's been no changes listed here about it. Yeah, it's Coiling Whispers that makes the build, and makes a lot of builds really. So yeah. I bet both are getting nerf dropped, nerf gutted, or drop nerf, whatever. Yay, we read it! We read the patch notes. It only took an hour and a half this time. Though to be fair, I didn't look at, like, this wasn't combined with the patch. This is just the patch read, not like other stuff, but yeah. Yeah, not the longest notes, but not the shortest either. Relatively pithy. And honestly, despite how short they are, like there does seem to be some decent content in here. Like the skill gems seem exciting, the wands seem interesting. Assassin rework, which they didn't even mention really that much. And the bloodline stuff, I mean, let's face it. Think about like how many lines of patch notes would be added with like writing 10 bloodline classes here. That would be a decent patch chunk. That's just hidden information there, which, fair enough. It's new content, they do that all the time. What are some other hidden changes? Really just the bloodlines, I guess. But you could definitely extend the patch notes a little bit longer with bloodline descriptors. This is going to be a fun hunt right here. 3 of them are shown. Yeah, but they're not like on the patch notes. Well, let's see what the teasers say. Yeah, I was looking at this too. Well, let's look at the teaser page. Life features, asynchronous trade. They come from another world, barren world. They crave our living land and sky. They are our unbroken sun. They cannot be allowed to gain a foothold here. Yep, that's fun. Look at that spinny animation. Oh, did you see the thing that... Actually, there was one change that really surprised me. And it's really up at the top. It's kind of sneaky how little of a line it is. The hardcore variations of Keepers are parent to their standard Keepers equivalent, meaning if you die in hardcore, you can continue in Standards Keepers League? Is that... Did I read that right? Like, that's a huge change if so, right? Like, I guess it's whatever ultimately, but that is a very different economy line. Like, if that's right, that is absolutely mind-boggling. Yeah, but that's definitely a change there. That if hardcore is the dumps, if like standard keeper is dumpster league and standard is not dumpster at all. So that's the weird one right there. Add item from HC, true. So yeah, that part that's the weirdest change that I probably is a typo, but if it isn't, then wow. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming too. Well, we'll see. So the breaches, as before. Oh yeah, yeah. You still have to pick and choose. It's gonna be a huge meta shakeup though. Depending, like there are definitely classes that do not need their nodes, but might want the bloodline ones, and that might really work with them. We'll see. Though admittedly, to get the bloodline ones has the transfigured gem problem of like you still got to actually. It's like even worse version of transfigured where in order to unlock the bloodline power, you have to kill the boss that unlocks it. So that's not exactly a League Start meta shakeup, but it is like a endgame power shakeup, I guess, which has never been the problem with PoE's meta. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be like some mid ones, but then some like really disgusting ones buried in the 10. Gotta love calling things wombs in games and all. Graphs. When they said graph, I was just like, oh hey, Elden Ring. But yeah. Let's see. Pass the tree for the Genesis tree, so that's whatever. The handy upgrade, thanks for the puns. But yeah, I was just thinking of freaking Elden Ring, Godric the Grafted with these right here. And unlock a second graph slot. Foulborn for... Oh yeah, also these are going to be interesting. The Foulborn actually could be really interesting here. The other of those, the Foulborn stuff, because yeah, that's going to really go weird. Or if you're talking about the other bloodlines, then yeah, definitely. Art of Flame. Art of Flame. Is that in the list here? Oh, this one. 1 second, have to cough. Okay. Wait, yeah. Take some damage for... Okay. Cannot be directly used by your graft. That's the thing, though. I think when they say used by your graft, can't be used directly, that means that, yeah, it'll break if it scales. It won't break, but they are designing it not to scale. That being said, there will be ways to scale it somehow that they haven't foreseen, like damage taken or something like that. Yeah, like just debuffs, exactly. Wait a minute. Some damage from hits. Okay. Wait, that's when you're hit? What the hell? That stock Epic Knight, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely going to be like broken interactions to Heart of Flame, I'm sure. The Great Avalanche. Yeah, these graphs do seem really powerful. I wonder how rare they're going to be. Probably not rare enough. There's gonna be some interactions for sure, I bet. Yeah, this is not nearly as good as in PoE 2 because, let's face it, not being able to use another gear, you're trading a gear slot for a gear slot. This is like situational bullshit. Like, what would you? In what case would you have a third ring slot over not having an amulet at all? Same with belt. Same with potions. Like, I doubt you'd ever take the Toad's price. And you wouldn't take the belt for the same reason. So, like, the question is... Yeah, they don't want Mage with extra ring fare. What build can run without an amulet but have a ring? Or, yeah. Like amulets and belts are basically have some of those powerful items attached to them, so... Plus one ring, that's the thing. That's a fair trade there, and obviously utility flask is just like new to me. Yeah, that's where I was at too. Unlike Silhouette's not bad though. Like that could be something. I find it with a full unique flask. Ah, but unique flask or utility flask though. It would have to be a full, like, it's not just magic flask. Though at that point you would just sit, then you would just do can't take belts. Or if you had like a weird non-utility flask setup, you do Toad's price. And then do belt. Warden? Oh yeah, tinctures. 2 tinctures, bunch of... yeah, that could work. There's options. The Val stuff seems like it could be interesting, right? Like... there's definitely have to be some soul use shenanigans you could pull off with the... Deceitful Servant somehow. I'm not going to read all the text that Corruption's Embrace does. Yeah, I bet there's options there. Alright, Uber Incarnations. This definitely has to have a thing. This definitely has to have variants, right? The Unseen Hue. Where it's like, hits of the prismatic skills can always sap, Scorch, or Ignite. Has to be like, there has to be like 3 variants of this, I would wager. Because it doesn't make sense that it's just sap that it does, but like, one of the 3 makes a lot more sense. Festering Resentment seems pretty potent, though. Primal Owl, let me see. Oh yeah, the Unseal. The Unleash node. That looks like it'd be good, yeah. You could probably go Primal Owl with a Shabi with a good caster of some sort. Festering Resentment. Trigger on block. Poison. So I gotta figure out is how to get block consistently going off. And then you have a bunch of poison. That could be neat. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just happy that these fights get a little bit more damage, a little bit less sponginess in the base game, and I like to see what the Uber versions look like. Because they're cool fights in theory, they just never... They just had different bad number balancing in terms of being interesting. Alright. And asynchronous trade, we know that. We already read all of the patch notes and looked at all this. And we can buy support notes. Alright. Oh yeah, and rip the explicit mod finding or whatever. Anyways, I am going to call it here.